what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it. Fave, let's move on to LSU. LSU South Alabama last week. Great job on the sideline call, by the way, guys. Remember, you catch Big Fave, LSU Sports Radio Network, pregame, postgame. Was on the sideline last week with Jake out on assignment. Also, check out Fave's new album that dropped in 2024, Lover. Baller Broadcast for 2022 is great as well. You can find that on Spotify, wherever. Fave, what was your what were your main takeaways defensively from the South Alabama game?
First and foremost, I got to give Hester his props. Well, I could not hear nothing in them earpieces as loud as boy, you have to fight, boy. Look, but my take is our running game has arrived. We found our guy. And now you can start that stable of backs, what we're used to seeing, which that having Durham play as well as he did, kicking it off for us. Josh Williams played much better. He ran really hard. So that was my first take. Second take, every day, how they say it? Every day a star is born. I think we found one in Broke in the middle.
Yeah.
Amount of growth that he played, like we talked about last week, them good hands getting extension. I kind of hung around Bo Davis a little bit on the sideline, kind of stayed by them, checking on them. And, those guys, you could feel the energy. You could feel that, hey, we feel ourselves getting better. And Hunt said this the other night. We know it was South Alabama. But us as getting ready for SEC play, we needed to see clean play based on what we've seen, a little bit of UCLA, a little bit of Nickel State. So overall, and lastly, man, that nuts bus, bro. I hopped on the nuts bus last year, you heard me? So I really like how consistent he is. He's leading in several statistical categories in college football. So I'm excited to how better we're getting.
Yeah, I mean, remember, the offense number 2 in the country right now in the S&P Plus, which is opponent adjusted and everything else. The defense 55, but again, that's kind of where the expectation maybe was for a lot of people before the defense. I had slightly higher expectations. That's on me. I've had to adjust them. But I agree, Fave. Like this defense, we talked about it yesterday. They're easy to cheer for because they're a bunch of young guys who've been tossed in the deep end, and they're scrapping. And they're fighting. And it's not an effort issue. Sometimes it is a talent issue or an experience issue when they get exposed. But you never question the fight. And I like that. And they definitely have better coaching with a couple of Pete Jenkins disciples and Kevin Peoples and Bo Davis. What about the secondary? What's BT saying, Faye? Because to me, that remains the biggest question, especially going into the Ole Miss game.
Well, the main thing BT is saying about the secondary is for them to be consistent. That's what I noticed him saying because Stamps have talent. Zay Alexander, he comes back at a really nice interception. Sage Ryan is playing in place. You want to see him at that safety, even in the safety in the box. He tackles well. He's a more experienced DB. So for them, it's more of finding an identity. I know with us on those Corey Raymond, DBU, well, you had a little bit more DBU, too. Oh, we had it to Chevises in the world. Pat Pete did come in my last year. It was a reputation. Put your best wide receiver on me, we're going back and forward.
Yeah,
so I think once it –
Go ahead.
What you said?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to tell y'all, like, that type of identity, and we need it, especially you lose Harold Perkins in the middle. He was a hybrid for us, so we're going to run a true linebacker set most of the time. We're going to have our DBs be able to cover, especially in man.
Faye, I want to ask you about the matchup coming up. And look, obviously we got a full week to talk about it, but knowing this Ole Miss offense and what they were able to do until Kentucky got after them up front. The front seven of Kentucky certainly won the day, and they gave Jackson Dart fits. Now, Kentucky's got a really good front seven. Does LSU need to do that? Can they do that? Can they get after it? Have you seen enough from Swinson and Jones on the edge to believe that LSU can get that done?
I think if that defensive line could have a really good 2 weeks of film study really spending a lot of time on that Kentucky game and seeing where they were successful, and they can mimic pieces of that, put the guys in that can do that. Hello, somebody. I think we can execute the same thing. We have the size. It's just been execution. You know who's a Louisiana legend right now? I mean, this cat walking around here, I heard he's getting free meals down in South Del Louisiana. You know?
Who?
Guggenheim. From State.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put up $1 on LSU interior. But that was then. So I think if we focus on putting that pressure on Jackson Dart, affecting them any kind of way you can, pass breakup, keeping contained so they can't run, holding the solid in the middle so, QB running in the middle don't work, option don't work, and alleviate a little bit of that pressure off your secondary on the deep ball plays by adding pressure. We could mimic it, bro. But film study, I think, is going to be the key for these guys.
Hello, somebody. You heard it here first. Big Fave, give what you need to know. We'll catch up with him again next week, Friday, 8 a.m. at Big Fave 504. Fave, what you got going on? Are we going to Smalls?
So we're going to Smalls on Monday. We're going to start the game. They'll do a little play-by-play
Hell yeah.
for the Monday big game, so I'm excited about that. But this weekend, man, I'm performing at the Chicken Fest with PNC, friends of Chopper, baby. We're all going to be out there praying for my brother Chopper, speedy recovery. DJ Spins on the ones and twos. We're going to have all the Take 4 artists out there. Here even might have some No Limit artists out there. So I'm excited to hit the stage with those guys at the Chicken Fest on Sunday.
Hell yeah, bro. If you're heading out to Chicken Fest, shout out Big Fave, one of our favorite. You the man, Fave.
Man, love y'all, brothers. Y'all have a good one. Hello, somebody.
Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.